I'm looking at your beautiful new tattoo. You have and I saw the documentary, which I loved, but I know what this means, but explain what the rose means to you.
Well, the rose is kind of like, I guess, to be honest, I made up a meaning because I just like the way it looks, but it's kind of like finding the beauty within kind of like the roughness of like...
It's on the other side.
Oh,
yeah.
it's this side.
You don't even know where your tattoo is.
Yeah.
A married man getting a tattoo about his ex-girlfriend? Not many people can relate, but well, it seems Justin Bieber can tell us all about it, and it just so happens to be his fans' favorite ex, Selena Gomez. First of all, let's get to know Justin Bieber. Born on March 1, 1994, Justin is a Canadian singer who was discovered by the American record executive Scooter Braun and had signed with RBMG Records in 2008, after gaining recognition with the release of his seventh debut track EP, My World, in 2009, and soon turned himself into a teen idol. The company RBMG, where Justin signed, was a joint venture between the big names on the industry, Scooter and Usher. A lot of people have been curious about Justin's love life, but some actually already know the deets. But for those who do not, well, this is for you. Being influenced by the Western world, a part of us most probably was once a Jelena shipper too. Well, at one point we all were, and maybe still be. In case you didn't know, Justin's current wife, the American model, media personality, and socialite, Hailey Baldwin Bieber, was once a Jelena addict too. It all shows on her past tweets when Justin and the American singer-actress Selena Gomez were still together. Selena and Justin started dating back in 2010. They were first seen at an IHOP back in December 2010. During this time, Selena was 18 and Justin was just 16. Well, it is safe to say that they are each other's first loves. However, Justin and Selena denied that they were dating, saying that they were just best friends. Justin and Selena have been having an on and off relationship for several years until calling it quits for the final time in 2017. Now, enough about Justin and Selena. What about Justin and Hailey? We all know they've been linked before in 2014 when Justin was in the middle of a feud about his relationship with Selena. Most people thought Justin would end up marrying Selena, but as it turns out, Selena could be his first love but not his last. Or is it? In July 2018, Justin got engaged to Hailey Baldwin and got married later in September in a New York courthouse. A year later, in October 2019, they got married in a church, which proved that Justin and Hailey are madly in love with each other. After marrying Justin, Hailey had been receiving a lot of backlashes, but just Justin standing up for her and always being with her is enough. As we all know and see, Justin covers his body with tattoos, and of course, we don't get tattoos for no reason. Just like most people getting tattoos, all of Justin's tattoos have meanings as well, from his mother's eye to the first letter of the child of his best buddy who has a brain disease. The Canadian superstar has been getting tattoos since he was 16, and now that he's 26, he's got over 60 designs perfectly tattooed on his body. If tattoos didn't hurt, everyone would have them. Well, maybe not. Over 100 hours of artwork on my body and I wouldn't take back a single one, Justin wrote on Instagram in 2018. Justin explains that most of his tattoos have very special meanings, mostly religious and about his family. The small tattoo near his eye is a cross. I did tattoo a small cross near the corner of Justin's eye, the tattoo artist John Boy revealed to E! News in 2016. It was a representation of his faith in Jesus and his journey with finding purpose in God, he added. The large cross on Justin's chest, of course, is another representation of his faith in God. The cross in the middle of my chest is a symbol of my faith and a reminder of what Jesus endured to rectify all that was broken, he explained to Vogue magazine. Another one of Justin's tattoos is Jesus' Hebrew name. He had it tattooed with his dad on their ribs. The tattoo of two angels defeating the devil is another one of Justin's tattoos. We added two angels, one on each side. Below each one, they are dominating the evil. Whenever I do an epic piece, there needs to be a positive and negative. There needs to be a balance. Visually, there needs to be contrast. Below each of the angels, there is a demon that needs to be defeated. The skeleton on one side and the serpent on the other, the artist Bang Bang explained to E! News. It's symbolic of Gothic art and the struggle between the light and dark, the good and evil, yin and yang. I wanted to make sure we had contrast in subject matter and imagery. The thing that made the most sense to me was a tattoo describing his spirituality. The animals he has, his spirit animals as well as the angels, his guardians. I was trying to make it super meaningful and not scattered, he adds. In 2013, Justin added a quote from Psalm 119, verse 105, on the upper right side of his back, reading, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." In 2012, he had the face of Jesus Christ tattooed on the back of one of his legs, and below it is a pair of praying hands with roses.
And I didn't have any big tattoos, so I didn't want to put it somewhere and have it visible yet because the world didn't know I was getting tattoos. I was only like 17.
On his arm sleeve is the chi symbol, which represents Christ, but Justin also told GQ that the X could have a deeper meaning, which is the word unknown. On the back of his neck, Justin has a pair of angel wings tattooed. In 2016, Justin had the phrase Son of God tattooed under his ribs. In 2015, he confirmed the name of his new album by tattooing the title above his belly button. To mark the release of his first album in 2012, Justin had the title tattooed on his forearm. And the owl? It was one of the recurring motifs of his Believe era. On his chest, Justin also has a crown symbol which the fans believe is a tribute to Michael Jackson. On his neck, behind his left ear, is a treble clef. Justin also has a boombox tattooed on his arm, and a few spots below, you can see his family name written in Hangul or Korean. Justin also expressed his love for music by getting a tattoo of the word music in Japanese. The diamond on his wrist is a feature in his album artwork for his collaboration with Chance the Rapper. As for the peach on the side of his neck, it is a single on his Justice album. Justin's very first tattoo was a tiny outline of a bird in flight on his hip. He explains that it symbolizes the seagull from the fable Jonathan Livingston Seagull and is a tradition for the members of his family. In 2013, Justin got his mom's birthday tattooed in Roman numerals. In honor of his grandfather, Justin got the Canadian junior ice hockey team's logo tattooed on his shoulder. Right where his elbow folds, Justin got his mom's eye tattooed. In 2014, when he was struggling with a few charges, he got the word forgive tattooed on his hip. In the same year, the word patience was tattooed on Justin's neck. The word trust is a reminder located in the crook of his arm. The acronym LL is a reminder that when your head is low, you should lift it up. Justin also got the word grace on above his right eyebrow. In 2019, Justin had a similar tattoo with his wife on his neck, which read the word forever underneath a sparrow. The phrase better at 70 is one of Justin's tattoos too. People might find this weird, but Justin has Selena's portrait on his left arm, just right above where he would wear a watch. There's also a bear, lion, and an eagle as his tattoos. Aside from those animals, he has another eagle, a tiger, and a koi fish on his left upper arm. A castle and a knight can also be seen in Justin's sleeve. Across both his arms, you can find an 8-ball, legendary artist Banksy's Balloon Girl, Boo from Super Mario Bros., a compass, a Korean mask, fish scales, the letter G, in honor of his friends Chad and Julia Vicha's daughter Georgia, who suffers from lissencephaly, a bleeding globe being crucified on the cross and wearing a crown of thorns, a shooting star, a graffitied star, an angel wing, and more. His tattoo of Joker was believed to be meant for a jab at the press conference for painting him in a negative light. The phrase "make him pay" is tattooed on Justin's inner bicep. Earlier this year, Justin added a rose on his neck, which fans believed was a representation of his ex-girlfriend Selena Gomez. One fan tweeted, "The category is Justin Bieber's best tattoos," along with a few pictures. "Justin Bieber's wing tattoo still got me in a chokehold," another fan tweeted. "Me? Obsessed? With Justin Bieber's tattoos? Definitely," another netizen added. "Justin Bieber's body tattoos over the years, it's just wow," another added on Twitter. It seems that Justin's tattoos are more well received than expected. Some may think that it would look dirty on the body, but some also think it looks perfect on Justin. What do you think about it? Don't forget to leave comments on your opinions. That's it for today. See you on the next.